recently I received a report, and if you want, I can send out that report to you, that a governmental agency, which I don't remember who it was now, Federal Trade Commission or something, I don't remember if that was who it was, publicly admitted that the true shadow inventory were all the homes that are sitting there that the banks have done nothing with. Those are not trackable except for maybe the bank has those numbers. But you need to realize that there's a lot of people out there who are not making payments. The banks aren't putting the pressure on them, and they're really only waiting until something happens until they move forward. I don't know what those numbers are. That report gives a bit of an idea of what that shadow inventory looks like, but it's hard to put, at least for me. I'm not a numbers person, if you know me at all. But there's a bit of an idea of, even the government says there's a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah. I just want to say thank you to Brian for bringing those numbers together. And if you guys need information like that, he's a wealth of information and has helped us clean up several of our transactions that we had. We had one with 17 liens, took us 4 years to close, but we finally closed it. We are tenacious, but just tap into that because there's just a lot of good information. When you think about having 166,000 properties that are upside down, 100% or greater, I am. Is that enough inventory for you guys to work with? Do you think? No? Do you need more? No. Okay. So I want to get a feel of where you guys are at. How many of you currently have a short sale in your pipeline? So we've got 3. Okay. Victoria, we have yours. We need to talk to you ladies so you make sure that we can help you get that through. The rest of you, is anybody marketing actively today for short sales? We've got 3, 4. Okay. The rest of you, I just want to hear some feedback from you. And Tina, if you could write this on the board. I kind of just want to get a feel for where you're at and what your pulse is on the market, who your clients are. How many of you are doing traditional sales more than short sales? Or okay. And what do you like or not like about short sales? Why aren't you tracking or following up with short sales, I guess is my question for you. So just give me some reasons. Yes.
One, when you have a situation where there is more than one lender, Bush supplying about 100 pages of documentation to when you finally get the first approved, and then the second doesn't want to play so the deal dies. Okay, so paperwork is an issue for you, right? Okay, we'll put that down as a con. Not only paperwork, but the liens, the number of liens. Oh, okay, okay, that's a good issue. Anybody else? An area. Owners of distressed properties are, for lack of a better word, tweaky. They have different intentions as to where they want to go, and they don't always like to be close to the realtor what they actually like to do.
What their intentions are. So homeowner intentions is another one. Anybody else? You have to have reasons why you're not going after short sales. No? You just don't like them? You don't like the paperwork? Okay. So what I wanted to share with you is we do have a list, and there are more than that. Tina, what were the other ones that we were thinking of? You dealing with homeowners and their emotions. Okay, is that an issue? Dealing distress. Okay, distressed homeowners are difficult to deal with. Exactly. We have to be counselors. Tina's famous at that. She'll call and talk to your homeowner for hours. No, not really.
No, really.
No, really. It has happened. What are some, let's see, looking for the NODs, trying to get the data to get those people to do the door knocking. How many of you door knock? Okay. Can you door knock to a distressed homeowner and say, I have some information that might help you? Okay. Marketing. What about loan mods? How many of you are tired of getting your short sale almost through and have the bank send an email or a letter to your homeowner that says, guess what? You qualify for a loan mod. We've had several of those happen. It completely shuts down our file. And now we're back approved for a short sale, but now we're in loan mod. Okay? We want to take care of that problem in the beginning. And then one of the other reasons is, let's see, is that?
Well, there's time it takes to actually work the short sale.
And who wants to be on the phone with the bank? Nobody. Good answer. Oh, you do? No. One honest person.
With the turnover of the banking staff, if you start out with somebody on short sale, and he's fortunate to get this included, you may have done 2, 3, 4 people.
Correct.
Everyone's got to start over at step 1.
Mm-hmm. It is frustrating. And one of my biggest complaints with short sales right now is service releases. Bank of America is doing a huge service release over to NationStar and to Ocwen, one of my 2 least favorite banks to work with. And SPS. Yeah, those are our top.
They did say they stopped that in July, though. They're not going forward with that.
Bank of America had a huge August. They have a huge August release coming out. So we've had files that are approved, ready for closing, and being released to new servicers. That's a huge problem. Okay, so what we want to talk to you about is, out of 166,000 properties, you guys don't need all of them, right? You just need some of them. So there's inventory out here. I'm hearing from different people that the short sale inventory or the default inventory in Orange County is minimal. We don't need 166,000. I can't handle 166,000, but we just need some of it. So I want you guys to be able to go out and get that sum, and we're going to talk to you about that. One of the pluses for marketing for short sales is, those of you that have done traditional sales, how many agents does your seller interview before they decide who they're going to pick for their short sale? I mean, before their equity sale? Show of hands. 2, 3? 3. 2 or 3. So you know you're competing, correct? Okay. Competition. With a short sale seller, how many agents do they interview? They take you. They take you because you're there to help them, and they take you because you have a team of professionals behind you. So they don't go through this whole interview process. So now let's go back to your traditional sellers. How many of your traditional sellers are pushing the market price to a point that you know that you cannot sell that home? Okay, how difficult is that to have to deal with a seller that's unrealistic with their purchase price? With a short sale, there is no unrealistic purchase price. You're going to set the market value, the bank's going to verify the value, and we're going to get the household for that price. Okay, here's the biggest one to you guys. How many of you, if you've made it through the interview process, because you're agent number 3 and you came in, you closed the deal, have to cut your commissions? I want a show of hands. Okay. How many of you are tired of getting less than your full commissions? Nobody? Oh my gosh, I am. That happens to me all the time. Okay, your full commissions is what we're getting for you. You're getting your full commissions. You don't have to compete on your price, and you don't have to compete to get the listing. So how much better is this for you to market to these homeowners, and you're helping homeowners that really need you? It's important because your job is to go out and do this. Then what I want you to do is I want you to drop your listing off to us. We're going to call your homeowner. We're going to do all that document collection. We're going to go over the prelim, and we're going to tell you what your success rate is at getting this deal closed. I've had liens that I've had properties that had 4 or 5 liens. I had one that had 17 liens. We get them closed. We negotiate with the first and the second at the same time. We know what games they're going to play. We know that we don't want your property going on to auction.com. Who's had issues with that? Anybody that had to do a NationStar deal? Okay, that's a big issue that's happening. NationStar is taking your deal from you, and they're saying you have to put it on the auction.com platform. And what that is an online auction. It used to be REDC where they did the ballroom auctions. They're taking your property and putting it on the market for 3 weeks, and then they're going to sell it to the highest bidder. But if you already have a valid contract, fully executed contract, it doesn't matter. Your buyer doesn't get to buy that house. So that's something that we're pushing through. I got my first one through because I told them that, the seller's not going to accept this. It took a lot of work, but I was successful. So hopefully we'll have more successes with that. So NationStar.
And
that's a very good question. And you have to talk to a pit bull in there.
Yeah.
And she's ruthless. And they're saying that the seller, the investor, will not approve the file if it doesn't go to auction.com. They're not even going to look at it. They're going to go to foreclosure. So there's a lot of bluff in there. So you have to be able to head and back with what you know and how aggressive you can be to get that through, but they're ruthless right now.
Also, too, they'll tell you your buyer can go through that process to purchase the property, but there's like a $1,500 charge that they have to spend in order to be allowed to
go
bid.
Online.
And then if their bid is the winning, an automatic 5% fee is tacked on to it. So they're paying that price plus 5%.
And if your buyer comes in to bid online and they bid for their purchase price was $400,000, they bid $400,001, they have to pay the 5% commission fee. And then they also have to pay to be online. And auction.com reserves the right to bid against any bidder on the market. They're enticing them with 6.5% or 6.5%. Yeah. The problem with that is because you have a contract to your seller, and if you have a viable buyer that you've already presented to the lender, there's a lot of legalities or a lot of legal issues that could be brought up against that.
Well, along the same line, I just recently had somebody call me because I've done a number of hotels.
Okay.
And they called me and said, you're able to see that I took less than what the bank than the listing agreement or the commission the bank squeezed me.
Right.
And they're marketing now that they'll go after the banks and get that whole commission to legally get it.
Okay.
So it seems to be a service business that older business giving people like
we do that for free because I don't let any of our files go out the door with less than full commissions. So the banks do put the squeeze on them, but we just put it back. You have to be tenacious. You can't roll over on your commissions. I am here to protect your commissions. You guys work hard, and if you roll over, then I have to roll over, and then that just impacts the next person next to you. If I have to roll over with NationStar, they're going to know because these negotiators know us. They see our files come in. They actually take them and pull them onto their desk and put them in their pipeline because we have a system that allows the files to go through quickly, and they know they're clean, and they know we respond. So we're getting our deals approved within 45 to 60 days, and we've got a great success rate, and we've got great escalation contacts when we need to use them. So out of that 166,000, how many do you guys want? You want 100?
You want all of them?
Okay. You don't need all of them. You just need some of them. So if you guys go out and market and let us support you in the back office, your time is better spent. You're going to create a higher revenue for you to be able to get your pipeline up, to get us to deal with all the issues, and then you get a paycheck at the end. So I'll get off my soapbox.
So I'm just real quick, in case there's any agents here that have not ever gone after a short sale, the way to do that really is to do essentially what you're doing right now, direct mail, door knocking, but the target for those would be the 30, 60, 90-day lates, if you can get those lists. There's those NODs or people who have received notice of trustee sales. Take them up to about 2 weeks prior to the sale. If you get one that is a little closer to the sale, call us and
we'll review
it. There's also those homeowners that if you target people who are 125% loan to value, not the borderline. Well, I mean, those are good to go with as well, but the 125%, you know that they're going to end up being a short sale. And then just one note, in case you're not aware, we can do short sales for people who've never been late. So for those homeowners who are not missing their payments, they just wish they could take advantage of the current climate, the interest rates, and they have issues that they want to move, we are able to do a short sale for those people. The one thing I would say that I disagreed with Brian in his little speech was when he said there are those banks who won't accept a short sale. Darn it, no there isn't. I can get it done. So that's just a little brief overview on marketing. I'm not really here to teach you exactly how to market, but those are the different focuses that you would want. Yes?
Question. I haven't done a short sale in a while.
Okay.
But when you did that before was the bank, when you call them and say, hey, look, we're going to do a short sale here, what price will work for you? they say, we won't tell you because it's an offer.
Right.
So you get some ridiculously stupid law offer that know it's not going to work. But now they got an offer, now they have first contact. Is that,
Well,
does
typically,
that change with banks?
yeah, the bank's never going to tell you. Well, okay, let me go back. Bank of America, we put our clients through the co-op program without an offer. And the reason is we get our highest incentive rates that way. So we get them started, the bank does the value, and it's very, very, very vitally important that you're there at that BPO walkthrough or with the appraisal so that you can help set that target price that you're looking for. You know the market better than these agents do. BPO agents come from all over the area. They don't know your market like you do. So it's important to walk the property with them, ask them their experience in the neighborhood, find out where you think that number is coming in. So the bank then on the co-op program will call you and say, here's your market price. You set your price there, and that's where you have to start your marketing at. So Bank of America puts them into a 120-day marketing campaign. So they're really easy to work with because of they're telling you where your numbers are at from that point. So the other thing that I wanted to mention is you guys have all sold 5, 6, 7, 8. You've got people who are move up and move down buyers. They are classic for getting a short sale done without damaging their credit. And when we get their short sale complete, John can work with them to help relocate them and get them a new loan right away. So it's just an important market for you guys to look at. Go back and contact your past clients.
So
it's me. Okay. So the first thing you're going to hear is when you door knock on a 306090 is probably, oh, I've got it handled. I'm in a loan mod. I've got everything taken care of. I don't know if that's what Anerio is talking about today, but there's the homeowner bill of rights that will not allow a bank to track a foreclosure if a homeowner's in a loan mod. So if they haven't canceled the foreclosure notice and they're in a loan mod, something's wrong. And so that's where you need to share your expertise and say, I know that you have rights, and I know that the bank cannot foreclose on you if you're currently in a loan mod. Have you received anything from your lender? By law, in 5 days, they have to receive a notification from their lender. So these are questions, as you ask them, it's going to make them think. So you're not telling them what to do. You're drawing them to the conclusion that I need to find out if I'm really in a loan mod. When's the last time you spoke with your lender? Have you heard from them? What stage are you in? And if they cannot answer those questions, you've just created doubt in their mind. And when you have, then you say, you know what I can do for you is I have somebody who can audit your loan mod for you and tell you exactly where you are in the process, exactly what type of program you're going to get, and pretty much what your payment's going to be. Would that be helpful to you? And they're going to go, of course it is, because I want to know. Homeowners, when you talk to somebody that's in a loan mod, there's a couple questions that they want to know. What is the status of my loan mod? And if you work with us, we can get you connected with people who can tell you that. The second question is, what is my payment going to be? Because who wants to go through this arduous process of 30 or 60 days, 90 days to find out that their payment is not what they're going to be able to handle in their budget? There's a certain matrix that they use, same guidelines, 31% of their gross income, but most people can't figure that out. The other question they want to know is, if I sell my home, okay, so now I find out my loan mod's not going to work for me because the bank's not going to write down $100,000 and my payment's higher than I can manage right now. But if I sell my home, where am I going to go? They're looking to you to help them transition. So if you can answer the questions of, I can get you the status of your loan mod, I can tell you what your payment's going to be, and I can help you with the relocation, then they're more than likely to be able to move forward with you. The other question is an emotional concern, is how do I deal with this with my friends and my family and my coworkers, So they're looking for you to be able to support and handle, help them along. But those are the major concerns that they have. So when you know what their mindset is, then you're able to address those questions for them as the professional that you are, and then be able to lead them down the right path, because there's homeowners that are sticking their heads in the sand because they just don't know what to do. So that's what you're looking for. Chances are they're going to say, I'm in a loan mod, I've got it covered. And so just ask a couple key questions that will cause them to question what they're telling you. Because a lot of times they're going to tell you just because they don't want to be approached. They're bombarded with direct mail. They're bombarded with people. So it's just your way to be able to open that door for them. Okay.
Quite honestly, the best way to approach a homeowner that's in this situation is having the answers and helping them research what is the best option for them. When I have a homeowner call us, I have no problem sending them back to explore whether or not a loan mod is going to work. If it does, I'm there to cheer them on, and you can bet that that person is going to tell their friends how much they or the agent that they spoke to has helped them, and refer those people on to you as well. If a loan mod doesn't work, which in reality 14% or 14 out of 100 people who try for a loan mod, only 14 will actually get one. It's okay to let them explore that because they need to resolve that question in their mind so that they know that the short sale is what will work for them. Because there's one thing we hate most, and that's working on a short sale where at the very end the homeowner decided to try for the loan mod. Let them get that out, that question resolved, and then you can move them forward. So, a little bit about us.
Nicole.
We've actually been doing this for 6 years. We have a full staff of negotiators and processors. We actually answer our phone. That's been a huge complaint by some agents out there, and customer service is key for us. We are the team behind the agent. We have agents out there, when they speak to homeowners, they tell them that they are experts with short sales, and that's because they have us. We will do a conference call with the homeowner, walk a homeowner through the process, answer any questions, and help our agents look good because it gives a homeowner confidence that they're choosing the right person. And as far as what we've done, we've actually closed over 300 short sales. We've worked with 85 or more banks. We have a nearly 100% success rate. I don't believe anybody who says they've done a lot of short sales and say they haven't lost some. Reasons that we have, it's been maybe somebody who's brought a short sale to us a little too late, or it had liens that we just could not take care of. But for the most part, I haven't met a short sale that I haven't wanted to take on. I probably shouldn't say that.
We've seen some pretty gnarly ones.
And then what we do for the agent is everything from start to finish. As soon as you get your listing signed, we take over. We will work with the homeowner, collecting all of their documentation, package the short sale documents. We do a thorough audit, making sure there are no red flags that would cause a lender to say no. We are very conscious of our homeowners, and our goal is to make sure they get out from under the situation as unhurt as possible, and we do everything we can. We will not submit anything to a lender unless we have thoroughly reviewed the file and we don't think there's anything that would cause the lender to deny it. And then we will work with your chosen escrow to make sure that they have everything they need to have a successful close. That's why we've worked extensively with Tiempo. Love them, but we also work with all other escrow companies. It's just who you bring to us. And our time is up, so now.
We'll use them as long as they will work with us. If not, then we will ask you to possibly change.
Real quickly, one of the things we do best is make sure that you get your full commissions. We have a 95% success rate, and our services are free for the agent.
Yeah, both sides. You do both sides.
Both sides.
You're double ending it.
I'm a fee.
Okay, so I understand what you're asking. So if you're an agent double ending it, depending on the lender, we're going to tell you may want somebody else to write the other side for you. And that's an option because we want you to be able to get your full commissions. We don't want it going back to the bank.
Your turn.
Oh, okay. So
we're going to go over.
Sorry. Okay, so out of this, from what you guys have heard, does it make sense for you to go after short sales?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so is it something that you can put on? Because given this, it's like you look at that and you look at a traditional sale and it's like, this is low-hanging fruit, guys. This is something you can fill your pipeline with. So And then the other part of it is using us just allows you that extra support where you don't have to do all that back end work. We will get both loans cleared. We will get all the title issues taken care of. We will deal with your homeowner and the paperwork. So you drop it off and you go get another one. So it really couldn't be easier. And you guys are good at what you do because you're professional agents. We're good at what we do because we're professional negotiators. So just like you don't cut your own hair, don't negotiate your own short sales, okay?
Because if you screw up your hair will grow back. But if you screw up a short sale, your commission doesn't come back.
Yeah.
Okay, so we came up with this fun little saying. If you are not doing short sales, you need to start. If you are processing your own short sales, you need to stop. And if you are using someone else to do short sales because we're really good at what we do, you need to switch. You are too knowledgeable and too smart to work your own short sales. That's the reality. Go out and do what you do best, and that's finding buyers and sellers and get paid or earn your maximum potential rather than sitting at home and trying to do this yourself. Let us do the dirty work and get your short sale done.